Hey everybody, Cursius here. Today we're going to talk about the top 5 features that Empires and Allies is lacking and needs to implement in order to raise some popularity of the game. Now, I have my notes here to the left of me, so if you see me peeking over at them, it's just to remind me what to talk about. So first, we're going to talk about number 5. This is in no particular order, but really from 5 to 1 on my list. Number 5 here, more and different events. Like, I go over here, I look at it's tarmac time. Win a global instant training boost every time I build or upgrade a tarmac. Well, that's fine, but all my tarmacs, they're pretty expensive to build up. So that's pretty expensive for me to even try. Here's a suggestion for an event. Let's think over to other games that are kind of like this, base building, all that. They have events that are like survival events. Events where they have waves of computer AI controlled enemies attack your base and see if they can destroy your HQ. It's actually a pretty cool kind of event, and every time you survive a wave, you get rewards, stuff like that. And all the way up to an ultimate reward of something cool, like let's say a temporary new unit to use. And I say temporary, like maybe you get 7 days of a unique unit you can use. That's not necessarily like OP or anything, but it's different and it's cool. That's like just a suggestion for a kind of event. Like survival events are pretty cool. Now, number 4, daily quests. Really, quite honestly, there's not much to do in the game right now other than log on, collect my resources, and attack a few players until I can't, until I have to wait for my troops to rebuild. So, daily quests would kind of help people get back into the grind of things, and it would give them reason to go grinding a little bit more. As like maybe you can win so many battles with strikers to get, like 50,000 steel, or have the rewards scale with your player level or something like that, or HQ level. I don't know. But that's, just a suggestion. Daily quests for resources or, gold or elite caches and stuff like that. Like any kind of caches would be cool. Number 3, an offline auto collection system for your resources. Now, I know this might seem like maybe it would be like a pay-to-win thing, but no, I wouldn't want it to be that way. Like, my suggestion would be is that this would require a strike force and a special building. Like, for instance, you get the special building, you build it, you put it right there, and you put a strike force on it, and for 24 hours, it will collect your resources like once every 4 hours for you, so that you don't have to collect them yourself. And I say once every 4 hours because, other players have to have the chance to be able to take them still. So I would think like collecting your resources 4 to 6 times a day wouldn't be a bad thing. So like an auto resource collection system, especially if Zynga has no intention of giving us shields. Or giving us combat shields for every time we're defeated. Number 2 is actually just what I just mentioned. Combat shields. Now, of course, okay, maybe a combat shield every time you're raided in this game might not be too great of an idea. I can understand that. But what if once a day for 8 hours you can take a strike force, put it on your command center, and your base is immune to being attacked for 8 consecutive hours. And after those 8 consecutive hours, that strike force slot in the command center goes on cooldown for 24 hours or maybe 36 hours. I don't know. Who cares? But so long as, as once in a while, you need to protect your resources. Once in a while, you need to be able to keep them so that you can upgrade stuff. Like, it's not cool to collect up 1 million of each resource and, we get very close to upgrading something to its maximum level, and then you walk back into the game and, you were rated 3 times in a row and you lost over a third of all those resources you collected. Honestly, that's not fun. That is no fun. No fun. No bueno. Now, so really, like, being able to make, like, a combat shield for you, like, for 8 hours, once every 24 hours, I think that's very fair. Now, number one, and actually I know this is a big pet peeve for everybody else, and that's sandbox base building. Like, why do I have to move, and I mean this, Zynga, you developers over at Zynga, why do I have to move every wall piece over to the side over here in order to rebuild my base? Why do I have to move every building over to one side of the map? Hold on. All the way down here. Yeah. There we go. Sorry, BlueStacks, the the zoom out function isn't that great. But why do I have to move all my buildings over to this side of the map? I'm pointing to the left side of the map here. But why do I have to move everything over to the left side of the map in order to rebuild everything, to put in, like, if I get a new building, like after I go to HQ 16, I'm going to get a new dome defense. Like, and I'm going to need to be able to rebuild everything to put this dome defense into the works, to make it work properly. Now, actually, as far as it goes, actually, I don't need to rebuild when I get that new dome defense, but, it's still the point that matters here, because I'm just going to put it over here where the rally flag is for the troops. But as far as it goes, when you want to make a major rebuild of your base, it takes you like an hour or like a half hour first to set everything aside, and then takes you forever to put it all back. So why can't we have a Clash of Clans-esque sandbox base building function where you go into a base building mode and you can set up 1, 2, 3 different designs for your base. One design that maybe protects all your resources, another design that's set up to not, be more aggressive towards attackers, but not protecting your resources as much. Or, just, let you make up several different designs so that you can actually, be more let you be creative, let you do what you want with your base, rather than having to first worry about moving everything to one side of the base. This is honestly a function that needs to be implemented last year. But as far as it goes, though, that's it, guys. That's everything I had. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, this was, these were some things that, kind of, this is all, like, pretty much all quality of life changes that need to be made to the game. If you guys agree, let me know in the comments below. Let Zynga know in the comments below. In fact, all you guys who play Empires and Allies, I highly urge you to make a comment below. Let them know that you agree with all these changes to the game, and that these changes need to be implemented like yesterday. So, because when the players speak out, the developers listen. At least most of the time. And Clash Royale. Anyway, but as far as it goes, that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next video, and bye-bye.